How are y'all doing? Welcome. Today's topic is what should I consider when I hire an immigration lawyer? Friends, welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, immigration lawyer across the world and, of course, in all 50 states of America. And today we have the question, what should I consider when hiring an immigration lawyer? This tends to be an important question because, of course, like many other professionals or uh, jobs in America, there's a bunch of people who are lawyers, right? And it may be difficult to um, consider which one to hire because, knock on wood, for the most part, I would hope all lawyers in general know what they're talking about. I mean, honestly, sometimes we may have the wrong information for you in the very beginning, but then we pivot and we confront it and we share the correct legal strategy that's for you. And sometimes that's because it involves more more follow-up questions. That's what we call it. Okay, so you might have a situation where you consulted with one professional and then you're like, well, something is missing. You really want to go with your gut. Okay, it's in general, it's kind of like a doctor or any medical professional. Of course, it's not all the same with the legal industry, but one example is, I had a friend from high school who had a stroke at a young age. I think he was in early 20s, and he was trying to figure out, what's going on. And I don't even believe he still has the perfect ideal answer, but he found more of an answer after it was, I think, his fifth or sixth doctor. And so I mean, I remember someone contacted us and we were his 20th lawyer over a span of years, not in 1 month, of course, because I'm sure that would be just too much legal information for some of y'all. Um, but one thing to consider, okay, is how soon will you file my case, my immigration benefit, or for my spouse, or for my child? How soon will you file a case? Now, smash the hearts, give me some hearts, and smash the like button if you think this is important. And really, it is important. It's always important, right? Because you may have hired someone in the past, and you're still thinking, when is that going to be filed? Because um, the government takes a long time. USCIS takes a long time, and I think you guys are more in tune with this lately because the pandemic happened and there's a backlog. And number two, the second reason behind this is that, little secret here that I shared yesterday, USCIS is going to increase their fees. It's happening. It's not a situation like the Trump administration. There was a backlash. There's lawsuits. I'm pretty sure no one's going to sue the federal government and say, "Hold off, stop this fee increase." It's happening, folks. The comment period is March 6th. I mean, it's right now, but it's ending March 6th, 2023. And so that gives it 60 days for comment period. After that, it's most likely going to happen very soon after that. I tried to look up yesterday to figure out how soon thereafter, but it doesn't give a specific timeline. I think more so because they have to, of course, consider all the comments from the general public. Which, by the way, you can comment on there. I need to share a link after the show for y'all. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please know that we do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion consultation, and happy to answer those questions because maybe we can solve your immigration problem without you having to even hire, or we can prevent it in the first place. Just one quick example is that someone had a petition approved and they're about to go to Ciudad Juarez, the consulate, for the visa interview to ultimately get the residency. And then I asked them questions and they're like, "Oh, we didn't file the waiver. I didn't know that was necessary." Now, not everyone needs a waiver, but if you're in a situation that you need to have the interview abroad, okay, to get your green card, I mean, you don't actually pick up your green card there, but to have that approved, It's most likely because you entered America without a visa in the first place, or without some kind of parole, or you don't qualify for any of the exemptions that we call golden tickets. All right, so off my tangent there, but that is one of the reasons to consider hiring a lawyer. But back to questions that you should ask a potential lawyer. Basically, you're interviewing us, right? And that's the way we treat it, right? We don't want to assume that you're going to necessarily sign up with us. You have a lot of choices, and we don't like to rush anyone to make a decision. That is up to you. We want to make sure you're comfortable. And one way you can find out more information about our team is, of course, watch our live shows. If you enjoy that we share content, then we share tips, then maybe that's one reason, one more reason you can consider us. But even then, you still need to ask us questions, okay? And that is okay, so I shared the first one. How soon will you file the case? Number two, what are the ways to contact you, to get a hold of, the paralegal, or we call paralegal client advocate, or the attorneys, the legal team? How can I do that? It may seem obvious, right? But it's not always obvious for every law firm. We have, believe it or not, we have at least 3 ways. Is it 3? Let's go down the line here. Number 1, you can email us, but it's not just email, folks. We share our email inbox, okay? Now, you might not know this email, but you need to become a client so you get the email, okay? But number 2, all right, you can text us. Okay, oops, I didn't mean to say that. But yes, we do answer text. Ultimately, we do prefer that you email us, because anyone on our legal team can reply to the email. You don't have to CC everyone that's been involved in your case. Sometimes it could be 3 to 5 people on our team, on your case. So it just doesn't make sense to make it difficult for you to CC everyone. Okay, so we shared email inbox. All right, just 1. Number 2, I said you can text, but really what I meant was that you can self-schedule a meeting. You don't need to call in to schedule. That's the old school way, folks. There's technology out there. We have the link on our website. When you become a client, we'll send you a lot of resources on how to contact us. Basically what I'm saying, plus 10 days worth of tips, okay, which is already on our website. Anyway, we created a new client support page. So this is really the third way, okay? We try to treat our team in the sense that efficiency is important, because that is what the crux of many law firms. They're like, John, how do I reply to our clients so fast like you do? I'm not saying that we're the best in that, but we are taking proactive steps to fulfill our mission to provide people customer service. All right, it's very important, because a lot of people have entrusted that their legal status, their case, in our hands. Now, of course, we can't guarantee outcomes. We can't guarantee results. That's not allowed by our state ethics. But we can guarantee that our processes, our proven checklist, things of that nature, guides, answering you timely, providing you updates timely, will help you, okay? Because people have certain questions that, relate to legal strategy. And confirming the legal strategy is important. You need to know that sooner than later. So we try our best when we call in the first time, but there's a lot of y'all. But when you become a client, for sure, we want to provide that reassurance. Okay. So there's that second question. What are the ways that I can contact you, contact the legal team? Because when most of y'all call in, you've shared your bad experience with your prior law firm or current law firm. You're like, they never freaking answer the phone. So I guess that could be a third question. Do you answer the phone? But that's really related to the second question. So, all right. And then the third question asked them, how can I access my files? Or where can I access my files? For us, we use Dropbox. I don't know, you might have heard of that before. Didn't seem so foreign, I guess you can say. Dropbox.com. we may change systems in the future. I'm not sure. By the way, I'm not sponsored by Dropbox, but we do use that, and we believe it's secure. If you don't think so, let us know, because we always want to work with clients. We have had some clients before where they still don't feel that the system, the cloud server, whatever, is secure enough, and that's okay. Then you can encrypt your PDF or encrypt your documents and share a password with us, and then we can work with you on that. We want to collaborate because we understand how the cloud works. It's not always perfect, but we believe after reading articles about it, Dropbox is works. Not any solution is perfect, but here's why I'm sharing this, because if for some reason you fire us, which we hope to do the best we can for you, but sometimes things come to an end because you may just not like how we do things. I don't know, but which, knock on wood, I don't recall someone firing us, but which is great. But maybe my team hasn't told me. But here's the deal, okay? That when people have called us and said, John, Terry, or Ariana, they're our other premier attorneys on our team, my lawyer won't provide me the files. I have no idea what's going on in the case. When you have access to the files, which we share on day one, basically the day you hire us, authorize us to get started for you, then you more likely know what's going on with your case. Of course, we still share updates by email or a phone call. We typically send it by email first, because we just don't want to lose track. It's just there. But we understand that calling you might be better, because then you have the opportunity to ask questions. So we always enjoyed that. At least my team has told me that. Fingers crossed. So far, so good. So anyways, hopefully that helps. Okay, that's at least 3 main questions that you should ask. And yeah, access those free 15 minutes. John Macau, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you for the question. John has asked, how much is consultation with us or with me? To be honest, well, I'm always honest, I think. You can let me know if I'm not, you don't think I am, but the way our consultation is that you have access to free 15 minutes with our team, with Ariana or Terry, for 15 minutes. If you believe you need more time, which is understandable, if you need more time, then we do offer, I need to check that. I think it's 15 for 30 minutes. Then it's 149. Okay, with either of them. If you need more time, if you want time with me specifically, which I understand because I'm the one sharing information here, I charge 199 for 30 minutes. Okay, so it's just I personally can't do the free consults anymore, just because we get a lot of callers, which we appreciate. But I wear a lot of hats in the law firm, right? I got to manage a team, so that's why I have to charge. I really hate to do that, but if either you want 30 minutes more time, or you want to speak with me directly, you do have to pay $199 consultation fee. Let's see, Badru, John. Hopefully that answers your question, Badru. Let's see, if a person wins asylum case in immigration court, which would be great, of course, then does he or she have to have a green card interview still after 1 year? Yes, you do, because you would receive the asylee status for 1 year. And after that 1 year, you want to file for residency 485 application as soon as possible. Don't delay it. Even, for example, people who asked us about applying for residency after the U visa. U visa is for 4 years, but after the third year, you can apply for residency. So kind of similar with asylum, but you don't want to wait too long. Okay, so I wish that were the case, Badru, that if it was through immigration court that you can get like a straight shot, but I'm not aware of that. I know that you would get asylee status first. Okay, even if it was also an affirmative application where you have a pending case with USCIS with a 589 form. And I wish you the best, Badru. And anyone else that has this situation, thank you for the question. You would think the government makes it a little bit easy for you, but no, they don't want to make it easy for you. So I mentioned this yesterday. If you are considering to file your case, immigration benefit, the immigration forms, and you know you're eligible, please don't wait. Let me know in the comments if you don't mind. Like, what are reasons that you're waiting? Because I hate to say this, some conservatives have told me, my conservative friends, they're like, John, why do some immigrants or foreign nationals just wait and wait when they hear, because they hear it from maybe from their neighbor. They're like, they've been married to a U.S. citizen for so long. Why are they waiting? I have no idea, honestly. But it's just some backstory here. Not everyone is actually eligible at the time. Okay, at the time that you may have talked to them about that, because not conservatives don't understand. There's actually very limited pathways. There are some solid pathways that you can apply for that you may not have considered if you think you're stuck. But yeah, don't delay, because number one, there's a proposed rule for USCIS to increase fees. It's going to be expensive. So, I mean, it's a reality. If it's going to be expensive, to be honest, I understand it's going to be less likely that you might not hire a lawyer. So you need to consider that. If you believe not everyone needs a lawyer, and it's not saying that that you can't do it yourself. It is certainly possible. It is certainly possible. There's a lot of y'all watching that have filed your case yourself. It's certainly possible. But if you appreciate having someone by your side, a guide to help you step by step and be right there with you if you have any question, we don't charge extra for questions. I think that's ridiculous. If you want to schedule an appointment, we don't charge extra. Okay, of course, let me give you a little caveat though. Depending on the plan you select, light, pro, or max, we do cap it like one meeting per month or one meeting, 2 meetings per month. So it just depends which one you pick. But of course, we can. Don't tell my team. We can't be a little flexible, okay? We have to manage the self-scheduling of the calendar, because it can get booked by many people, many clients. So, but ultimately, of course, if your question requires a much timely response, we want to get in touch with you sooner than later. So, but yeah, I was talking about one of the questions that not y'all asked, that you should ask a lawyer that you're considering to hire, and that is, what are the ways that you can contact them? Because you don't want them to be like crickets. You call them. We get this similar sentiment with a lot of y'all. They haven't freaking called me. Now we ask, like, when was the last time you called? And it's not 24 hours ago. It tends to be usually like 1 month or more, and you still haven't received a reply. They don't got their shit together, okay? They don't know. I talk to a lot of lawyers. They always ask me, how do you do XYZ? John, how do you get your team to respond to people sooner? We train our team on the mission, our vision, okay? It is to help you secure your legal status so you can live and work here legally in America, okay? So we can start debunking these myths with data to these conservative people, so Congress, is a little more of a tangent now. So Congress can take action to help immigrants, foreign nationals. There's a lot of crap out there that politicians don't understand of the problems that you face. So that is, again, why we're on greencardguys.tv to share these common problems so you can avoid them. Okay. Some, unfortunately, are unavoidable. Okay. Some are, but some of you can avoid these legal immigration problems. All right. No, I'm not saying that you have to get married to a U.S. citizen. You know me by now. If you've been following our channel, you have to find the right fit. I know it's not easy. Okay. So I wish you the best on that. If you have found the right fit, please smash the hearts and hit the like. Okay. Let me know. Even if your spouse is not, or significant other doesn't have legal status. Okay. That's not a requirement. All right. So let's see here. Anyone have any questions? another way, I'm just going to keep talking unless y'all have questions. So if you are shy, hopefully those questions were helpful. We'll be honored that you consider our team. But, if you want to hire someone local, we completely understand. We're out here in Houston, Texas, Dallas, Texas, and Denver, Colorado. But we have an office in Houston. We share an office with other attorneys in Dallas. But if you need a lawyer in your own city, face to face, I get it. Okay. But you please use those questions. So go back to the video after I have a chance to save it after the show. We're going to be on for another 5 minutes or so at least. But if you're considering our team and you're still a little shy, that's cool. I understand. Go to our website. Hopefully it's working right now. It's like every hour our team is checking. Go to greencardguys.com. Okay. And click on, scroll down on the homepage, and there's several guides, free guides you can download, get a copy of it. If for some reason the link's not working, please let us know. Hit us up on the DMs so we understand any problems you may have, because I don't want to be 100% like a tech company, but it's the 21st century. We got to be more tech oriented, tech friendly to help you solve your immigration problem, folks. And of course, you can go to the website greencardguys.com to take a quiz for the free 15-minute consultation. All right. Sorry, I was pausing there because I was reading a question at the same time. I try to do multiple things at once. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the fee increases. I think you already know my opinion. Yay H2. Can I question something about the USCIS immigration status? Yeah, you're welcome to ask a question. Hopefully it's not one of those jokes. Anytime someone says, can I ask a question, that tends to be a joke. So, but yeah, let's see what your question is, boss. Hit me up in the comments with the question. Let's see. And so if you are one of those folks, I don't know if she's on, but if you're one of those folks that have been waiting and waiting, and you just have like one or two immigration questions related to immigration, don't delay. We offer free 15 minutes. I know many law firms, many lawyers tell me, John, why do you offer free 15 minutes? They don't get it. We're here to help people. That tells me they don't have a mission statement. They don't have a vision for the team, okay? We offer free 15 minutes because we get it. You probably paid multiple professionals already, and they still haven't answered your freaking question. So we're going to take, oh shoot, hopefully no one on my team hears this. We're going to take this an extra step, folks. We're going to record short videos to answer your common questions. The answers are probably already in the free guide, but sometimes hearing it a different way instead of reading. I know some of y'all, at least me, I like to listen than read these days. So I can only speak for myself. But anyway, so we're going to start doing that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Let's see here. Yeah, so if you have any questions, you're welcome to drop in the comments or DM us later. Let's see what else I can share with you. If you got some value in the past or today from any of our videos, live shows, I would greatly appreciate it. I'd be honored. My team would be honored that you leave us a review, okay, at reviewtinglaw.com. And also because they all ask me, why do I spend so much time on social media? Now, I tell them I'm not scrolling around. I'm sharing free information. Want to share value with y'all. I'm glad my kids are not asking yet why I'm always on social media. So anyways, I do see a question here from H2. Your question is, you're here in the U.S. for 7 years now. You already applied for asylum. You don't have to do appointments with counsel anymore, replying from USCIS office. Trying to figure out your last part of your question. Maybe you meant that as a question. Do you have to have an appointment with a counselor, meaning like a lawyer, attorney? To maybe submit an inquiry to the USCIS.gov website? If that is your question, then no, you can submit an inquiry on your own, saying what the hell is going on. Basically, when am I going to receive my interview for asylum? You could do that. Oh my goodness, 7 years. That didn't even trigger in my head for some reason. So we typically file lawsuits for asylum after 4 years. If you've been waiting 4 years or more for an interview. So yay, H2, what I encourage you to do is first try to submit an inquiry to USCIS.gov. And, if it's, they usually send you like an automated response saying, please give us, I believe 30 to 60 days. And by the way, H2, where's your case at? I don't think you shared that. Or what state do you live in? But yeah, I believe there's only 6 regional offices that only handle asylum cases, which I just don't understand, honestly, because I know that I don't know, I think right before the pandemic, that at least in Chicago, the Chicago asylum offices, they drive down to like Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul. They call it like the circuit rounds, where they go, I think, once every couple months to interview people um, locally over there, so that the applicant doesn't have to go to Chicago, which is great. That's nice. But at the same time, it's like, why does it really require in person? Especially with these days of the pandemic, they've been able to figure out other ways. Because if they're able to like get through these interviews faster, not the interview itself, but like schedule people sooner, regardless of logistics and location, then hopefully EH2, if people don't have to be in like EH2 situation, waiting 7 freaking years. That's ridiculous. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, like, why do I need to sue for when I have an asylum case? Because I'm just chilling with my work permit, 765. I can renew it every year. I would believe that you want to secure your legal status more permanently. Okay. Now, for example, oh, you just want to know you pass or fail. Oh, so you already had your interview? That's what it sounds like. That you already had your interview and been waiting 7 years after the interview? No, that's ridiculous. That sounds like they just misplaced your file. I mean, they misplaced a lot of files. And you would think 21st century, they have things online where they can, streamline things. Oh boy, if that's the case, you definitely need to sue EH2. Okay, what state do you live in? Okay, so that we also sue for that situation as well. So here's an example of why, if you have a pending asylum case, whether you're waiting for an interview or uh, or waiting for the decision after the interview, and it's been, I don't know, decision, let's say it's been 6 months or longer, you need to take federal legal action, and that's called a mandamus lawsuit. You may need to consider that, okay? Because that's pretty much your last option. Of course, try to submit an inquiry to USCIS. If you submit an inquiry to your congresswoman or congressman's office, that really doesn't work. I mean, it works to submit an inquiry, but to actually just do it online. But they usually, all they do, they're kind of like a liaison. They just share information, but that's not going to force the government to take action on your case. The lawsuit will do that. Okay. So if you're wondering like which option to do first, and money's not really an issue for you, then you want to take action on it. Because here's the example I was going to say. China, they got rid of their one-child policy. So anyone that had, the way I understand how this works for asylum, if someone from China entered America based on the restrictive one-child policy, they likely will not get asylum approved in the future when they finally have the interview, let's say many years later, because China got rid of the restrictive one-child policy. I think it was back in 2016. So hopefully that helps. That's the reason. That's one reason to file a lawsuit, because you never know, especially if the asylum claim that you have, is related to the government. Who knows? Like, the government could change policies in your country. So You want to take advantage of that. Okay. I'm not saying like, hey, you filed your asylum application only 2 months ago and then file a lawsuit. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Oh, hey, God bless USA. I see your comment. You look good today. Thanks. Uh, yeah, I need to do a little more work on the face here, but I think maybe because I'm shaved a little bit. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate it. And if I could smash the hearts for you too, the like button, I would. H2, you said that you don't have any experience with that to submit inquiry. So it sounds like you don't have a lawyer on your behalf, but I'll record a video on how to submit inquiry. Actually, I know I've talked about it off the cuff here on a live show, so I'll record that. So it's going to be, a shorter video that you can see. So hopefully that'll help. Hopefully, you know what? I'm going to try to do that today and have my team upload it. Okay, this week. All right. So stay tuned for that. How to submit inquiry. You're in San Francisco, California. Okay, yeah, it's definitely slow out there for asylum interviews. No interview yet. Okay, so still 7 years is way too long. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Anyone on Instagram have any questions? What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Apparently, you could submit a question on Instagram. Not sure how you do that. Okay, I'm still learning. Let's see here. So if you didn't know, you might not have known this, but we have a Facebook group. What is it called? tinglawclub.com. We just created this URL a week ago. tinglawclub.com. You can join there if you have Facebook. Of course, you don't have Facebook. Not saying that you have to create an account because I know some people don't like it. But go to tinglawclub.com to join our Facebook group. Our team's putting together more tips to share over there. O2KI, I haven't answered your question yet, so no problem. So you say you got disconnected. Is getting green card impossible if you are broke? No, I wouldn't say it's impossible. For example, you may think that, if it's a family-based case, then yeah, you definitely need to pay for attorney's fees, and there's fees for that. But if you are, let's say, have non-immigrant status, if you have non-immigrant status and you haven't, what do you call, failed to maintain status, and you apply for H-1B or an employment-based case, then typically employers will pay for that. They have to. Actually, they have to pay for it. I've heard of some people, the employers, the companies, forcing people to pay for the fees, and that's not right. The only fee that you would have to pay related to employment-based, a company sponsoring you, is the very last step, okay? And that is the for adjustment of status, the 485 application. But that's the whole process for EB process takes about 2 years. So great question, O2KI. It doesn't just mean you have to have like a degree or bachelor's or master's. You can have I don't know what kind of occupation you have or resume, but you can apply for a job that's called like skilled worker, more like you need a certification. When I say apply for a job, I mean being sponsored for employment-based residency, and also for unskilled worker, where it typically does not require any kind of certification. Okay, OTKI, are you in America or are you outside? Are you abroad? Because that changes a lot of the strategy, and hopefully you haven't failed to maintain status, so you got some options to you. H-1B is for job. Yes, that's right. You said, yeah, I-130 takes 10 years. I'm assuming because you have a sibling. All right, thanks for the comments. And as a question, I see West Charles, and I'll get back to OTKI. West Charles, you said administrative closure in court. Is that good or bad? It's not bad. It's good if you get administrative closure in court. But our team, the legal strategy is that we recommend that you try to get your case completely dismissed, terminated. Okay, need to get it out of court completely, because administrative closure, more or less, not trying to use legal words here, they're just the folder here. Okay, pretend this is the alien file, the A file. Okay, for court. It's open, it's active. When it's open, they close it, administrative closure. But it's still in the court, okay? It's still located in the court. They're not getting rid of it. It's just lurking in the background. Okay, you want dismissal, termination, or basically you're shredding it, okay? Shred it to pieces. Of course, if someone in the future gets a DWI, gets caught up with the law enforcement, then your case is going to go back to court. But here's why we recommend dismissal. Okay, and this is another reason why you might need a lawyer for this part. Okay, if you don't have one already, Wes Charles or anyone in your situation, because we provide legal arguments. We offer legal arguments to someone. Wes, you have a pending 485. Absolutely, you need to get your case dismissed. And here's why. If you are like in Wes Charles' situation, now I'm not saying that you have to hire a lawyer, but it would definitely make it easier and faster if you hire a lawyer, because we get the attention of the Department of Homeland Security attorneys, government lawyers. Okay, you have pending 485 with USCIS. USCIS is not legally able to make a decision on your 485 adjustment of status case when you have a case in court, when it's even if it's administrative closure. You need to get that case dismissed so that USCIS can continue its processing of your 485. So this is one example of an immigration problem, because we've had a lot of callbacks with some of y'all saying, well, the judge administrative closed it, and the government lawyer didn't object. They agreed to it. And you're thinking it's amazing because you don't have to go to court anymore, like physically or even remotely WebEx. But folks, that's not the best case scenario. Your legal status will be stuck with USCIS. In fact, USCIS will also administratively close your application. What does this mean? If for some reason USCIS somehow does something to where you have to refile that 485, I mentioned this earlier, I mentioned this yesterday, USCIS immigration government fees are increasing. It's inevitable, okay? Basically, Democratic Party stopped it in 2020 with Trump, but that's because one of the reasons, because Trump, I believe that Trump was trying to add in fees for something like applying for asylum. Like, that's just not right. People seeking refuge into the United States shouldn't have to pay, even if it was $10. Okay, they're just a little hurdle. When you make a little hurdle, people tend to just not even try at all. And then also, once the door is open to start charging people like asylum applicants, the fees are going to increase in the future. So anyways, I think in this scenario this year, I don't think anyone's going to sue to stop the government fees from happening, because Congress and also USCIS have been complaining the past couple of years, at least starting with the last year with Trump, because, pandemic. So hopefully that helps, Wes Charles. Again, you don't have to contact us. We're happy to help you if we can guide you on that. But yes, you absolutely need to try at least to get your case dismissed. All right. Let's see here. What else? Back to OTKI on Instagram. You're saying that it's difficult for you to get a job. You're in a third world country. You're a refugee in the Middle East. Obtained a degree, but you haven't had a SIM card. Okay. So we don't like to. You're asking, could you file for asylum? For people to apply for asylum in America, you have to be in America to apply. So hopefully that helps. You asked how much should you save to get our help. Thank you so much for even considering us. It really depends on your pathway, okay, green card or visa pathway, because they all have different pricing. But more or less, It's around $5,000 USD. So, and we have set payment plans. Okay, we do have three membership plans, Light, Pro, and Max. But again, TKI, this is one of those scenarios that, of course, thank you so much for considering our team. But our legal team likes to verify that you have a pathway available to you. Yeah, you might want to consider with you said like you're not registered with the United Nations Council. I think that's what you mean, UNHC. Is that the Human Rights Council, I believe, as refugee status. So you try to do that as soon as you can. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Yeah, UNHCR, that's right. H2, you said, which year do you apply asylum data? You're asking West Charles. So West Charles did not apply for asylum, I think. He has a 45 application. You don't have a lawyer, H2. How do you connect with a lawyer? You don't have any connections with a lawyer, right? Well, I guess we're one of them, but we're one of the licensed immigration attorneys in America. We'll be honored to see if we can assist you. Which, by the way, folks, if you're wondering how to unlock those free 15 minutes with our team, with our premier attorneys, let me show you how you can do that, okay? I can show you on YouTube and Facebook. You go there, greencardguys.com. And if you're on Instagram and you're wondering how to see the screen share, you got to jump over to greencardguys.tv and check it out. So you can see in that little clip, you can fill out the form, click on Take Quiz, just answer a couple questions. It just helps the team understand your case a little bit better to save time. Because I imagine, especially if you've talked to a lot of different immigration attorneys or the assistants, I'm sure you've been frustrated having to share your story over and over. So this form online helps to save time for everyone on that side. All right, let's see here. Well, yeah, join us on our Facebook group, teamlawclub.com, and we'll be sharing more information such as case processing times, because our team is putting together, or has been putting together, basically a graph to show you that, and also visa statistics from, I would say like the more common or more, we could say the consular embassy that receives more applications. Maybe common is not the right word. But I guess depends on population in that sense. If you are abroad outside the U.S. and you're wondering how to contact us, because sometimes the calls don't go through to our main line in U.S. for some reason, you can see it on our YouTube and Facebook screen here. It's down at the bottom, 346-330-5888. Otherwise, if you are in America, Pella, thanks for reminding me. I was thinking there was another question. Pella, you on YouTube, you said, hello, John. When I win asylum from immigration court and receive the notice in the mail, can you file for your foreign spouse and child, or should you wait till you have the green card before filing? You don't have to wait for that physical green card. I mean, interesting. We've always sent in a copy of the back and front of the residency card, okay? But I imagine that if you just want to just file it as soon as possible, as soon as you get the approval notice for the residency, try that. I mean, worst case scenario, they'll send you a request for evidence asking for a copy of the green card. But take a look at the instructions on that for the I-130 on the USCIS.gov website. But, if timing, of course, is important, then you can go ahead and you can try filing it with the notice. Which, by the way, folks, you can file the I-130 online. It's not perfect. Sometimes we can go through it smoothly, but sometimes it doesn't capture or save the information. So that's why most immigration lawyers are a little bit old school in the sense that we still mail in the paper copy, which of course, if it was a smooth process online, then we would just do that. But sometimes it's not smooth. So, but the key thing with filing online is that you can get the receipt notice on the spot, okay, like instantaneously. Hopefully that answers your question, Pella. Um, but also another hot tip for you, Pella, is that you may want to consider when you file with them for your family is that, well, there's another. Well, I was going to say one tip for you, Pella, but there's another one actually. You want to speak with an immigration lawyer to look at if they can, if you are eligible to file the I-730, I believe. There's so many freaking forms. Yeah, it's to I-730 to add your family members to your asylum case, even though you already been approved for it. Sounds like. So yeah, consider that. Maybe it's too late, but you wanna check that out and schedule it. Okay, schedule a consultation with our team. You're welcome, Pella. Happy to help. Yeah, because if you are eligible for that, because otherwise, if you file that petition, like a traditional I-130 petition, you have to depend on the visa bulletin when you, as a sponsor, are a resident, and that would be F2A in that situation. And it depends. Right now, every month lately, it's been current, but it also depends how old your child is. Maybe your child's like 16 years old, so it's getting kind of cutting close to 21 in terms of the Child Status Protection Act. Bella, Pella to Bella. Okay, let's see. Oops, sorry, I just missed yours. You have withholding of removal, and you have an I-130. The withholding removal, do you mean it sounds like it's not approved yet. You just have the application and file. You have an I-130 approved um, and send you to master court, okay? Master hearing. Let's see here. I-130. Just trying to understand your situation a little bit better. They sent you to court. They rescheduled after 9 months and sent you another hearing notice for individual. Okay, we call it merits also in the merits hearing. And okay, so you're gonna have a sounds like you're gonna have a merits hearing on the withholding of removal application coming up maybe in 9 months or soon. And what can you do with the I-130 approval? Who filed the I-130 for you? Was it a spouse? Is your spouse a U.S. citizen or a resident? Now, the reason I ask, Bella, not Pella, just making sure, is that here's the deal. A lot of y'all are hesitant on trying something called prosecutorial discretion. Internally we call it PD for short, but you should take advantage of it because PD has always existed with the executive branch, with the president, Department of Homeland Security. It's just that when it was President Trump, they made it more difficult. Now with President Biden, they made it expansive, okay? And that's a good thing. So for folks that have especially on live feed. Okay, I'm back. All right, good. We've had cases dismissed from court. Okay, Wes, this is kind of similar to your situation. Dismissed from court, shredded from court, and allow USCIS to continue its processing for the I-130 or the 485 or any other application when you have proof that you at least filed it. Okay, it doesn't have to be approved because USCIS can't approve it when the case is in court. So the receipt notice is enough. Okay. Now, of course, if you want the attention of the Department of Homeland Security sooner, you might want to consider speaking with a private lawyer like our team. So, because sometimes, you have to think about it. for government lawyers, if they have, a lot of cases, thousands of cases to sort through, I would think that they're more likely to respond to cases that have a lawyer assigned to it, where, because it's more organized. The request is more organized. It's not just, hey, I want to ask for dismissal of my case. You have to provide a very thorough legal reason. Okay. So even for the folks, just pivoting a little bit. So hopefully that helps, Bella. Let me see in the comments if you added more to that. Bella, you said yes. So I think you were saying yes, it was through a U.S. citizen spouse. So yeah, Bella and West Charles, you got to take advantage of prosecutorial discretion. Basically meaning Department of Homeland Security, the government has discretion. They have the authority to say, yes, we'll join your request, motion to dismiss or motion to terminate. And then that's step number one. So by the way, we charge our quote in two ways. I mean, not two ways, in two steps. If the government lawyers, DHS lawyers, agree to our joint motion, or just to ask, we charge one fee, okay? If they agree, we charge another fee so that we can file the formal request to the court, meaning to the judge. Now, do we absolutely need the agreement by the government lawyer? No, we don't. But it makes it stronger. It makes it more smoother, so a judge will hesitate less, okay? Attorney General of the United States, Merrick Garland, just about a month or two ago, made an announcement that judges, the Executive Office of Immigration Review, has authority. They've always had the authority to close out these cases, but it's just Trump made it, and the former Attorney General, Jeff Sessions, made it confusing. They confused the hell out of them. Okay, so basically Merrick Garland had to remind them, you judge, you have authority to close out these cases in these example scenarios. Okay, so West Charles and Bella, it appears to me from what you're sharing that you are in this example situation to get your case dismissed. So don't wait. Okay, Bella, especially with the court hearing coming up soon. But what else did I want to share? Under the Biden administration, the prosecutorial discretion has expanded to be even better for you than when it was President Obama. Okay, it includes people who have had removal orders in the past. There's some of you that didn't even know they had a removal hearing, and that's understandable. Sometimes the government didn't send it to your correct address. Now, of course, if you lied and you didn't tell the government the correct address in the first place, that's a different story. Okay, but some of you may have missed the timing, or may have asked the court before to reopen the case, and they just hesitated and said no. This is the best time to do it. Okay, under President Biden, and it's January 2023. He's got about a year, at least a year and a half in office. Okay, next November, not this November, but next November, he's not going to be there anymore. Pretty sure. I think you might agree with me, unfortunately, for better or worse. So whether you like him or not, I mean, hopefully it's another Democratic, party person, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If you know someone who's a U.S. citizen, by the way, please encourage them to vote. If they tend not to vote, every vote counts, as you can imagine. Trump wanted every single vote. He didn't want the other side to have any votes. So anyway, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I went 53 minutes. I was just having a great time sharing information. If you enjoyed the content, if you got value from this live show, whether it was today or in the past, one or other videos, if you don't mind, smash the hearts on Instagram and click the like button on YouTube and Facebook, and that helps for one way or another. That helps share our channel to others who may have an immigration question. And you know what? If you don't mind taking it a step further, if you know someone directly that has a question or just going through a case, especially if you've heard them saying, oh, I don't know the file, I don't know if I'm eligible, that's part of why we're the free 15 minutes. We want to help make sure that you're eligible. Whether or not you contact our law firm or to hire a law firm, that's cool. It's okay. No hard feelings. Because we found out some people pay like a consultant or notary, and there's so many of them in different, ethnic communities, and yeah, they weren't eligible, or they weren't obviously provided the proper advice, the legal strategy, and we're the immigration problem solvers, so that's how we know about this. People come to us with their problems, so um, if I could, I'm giving you a virtual pat in the back. It's okay. Just contact us, Green Card Guys, Ting Law Group, Immigration Problem Solvers. We appreciate you. I think I was about to sign out, but how to reach us, find our number down below or go to a website, greencardguys.com, and see if you can access the free 15 minutes. Now, please be mindful. We unfortunately cannot approve every request for free 15 minutes. Sometimes we're able to provide information without cost to you with a free guide. We have a bunch of free guides. It's just not on our website right now, some of them, without having a consultation. But of course, if it's a situation we can help you, a video call like this one-on-one, we're happy to help you. I'm just speeding through a couple more questions. Then I have to jump to another meeting. Do I have to wait for my court date to do the PD? Oh, absolutely not. Hell no, you don't have to wait. Let's get going, Bella. Let's get moving. If you contact our team with these kind of PD requests, we like to do it within a week. Okay, we don't like to delay in this situation. Okay, Bella, let's take action, whether you hire our team or not. Royal Family. That's a cool name. I need to check out your YouTube channel, Royal Family. The Royal Family. What is a contract to do it for a green card order? Place an order for a green card, Royal Family? Maybe you mean the fees? Contact our team, Royal Family, so we can understand, the pathway that you have, they can qualify for. I'm assuming it's based on family member. So let me know, okay? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you like our channel. We're going to improve more things for you. Stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. And anyways, let's see. I appreciate y'all. If you got value from our live shows, please go to reviewtinglaw.com. We greatly appreciate it. We're very honored that we're your YouTube channel of choice for immigration lawyers. Care now. Bye-bye.